So guys, welcome back to ESL TV for the Raid Call EMS 1 Group A Grand Final matchup of the group. Which doesn't really make much sense. It's the final matchup of the group. It only decides who's first and who's second, and Captain Jack is both of them.
What, first and second? No, I thought he was left and right.
Yeah, true. Well, both of them as well,
Okay,
so whatever.
apparently, this should be fun. We have to do the knife round in Warwitch style.
I'm not hating on Warwitch at all.
No.
I can't
Warwitch
do
is
that.
a legend. Okay, so don't be doing that. Alright, I didn't drop my alternative to Wham Bam Shazam in the last game, but I will do it this time round.
Well, this could actually be a really fun match because, well, basically, there's almost nothing on the line, but there is a lot on the line at the same time because first place will play second place from a different group, and of course vice versa as well. So NiP, obviously they are 2-0, Anexis 2-0. There's no way that either MyXMG or Alternate can come back into the tournament.
There is one small thing that we do need to remember. Because of the way that the rounds have worked so far, if it were a draw,
yes,
NiP would win the group.
Okay.
They have a much better round difference. Wait, hang on.
No, that's right.
No, it's not right. Hang on, because they won 16-2, but they also only beat alternate 16, 15. Yeah, so it's one round difference. 9 and 7, 16, 15. Yeah, so they're one round better off. Sorry. Yeah, my bad. So I was right. I corrected myself, and I didn't need to.
So it looks like actually they need 30 seconds here to get things going.
Well, they could do that. That's fine.
Shouldn't take too long.
Yeah, so knife round then. Your turn.
I don't know.
I believe.
I don't know what to do.
Turn.
We've kind of exhausted everything.
We've insulted pretty much every country on the planet so far.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
Yeah.
I mean, you could do it like War Clown. You could do a War Clown knife round, but you'd have to strip off.
No. No. Just no. No chance. Let's just watch and listen.
All right. I love those tankers. They hold so much crude oil.
What a pair of tankers. So, who won that one? I didn't actually notice. Did you notice who won that?
I would imagine that it was NiP. Oh, hang on, wait. No, it was actually... Yeah, no, it was definitely Anexis.
Yeah, no, yeah.
It was definitely possibly Anexis that won that because they switched to CT, so that would tell me that they won the knife round.
That makes a lot of sense.
I was staring at a tanker, though.
What a tanker.
So I don't know who won. I don't know. I mean, you know, tell us if you like knife rounds and you actually want us to do them properly, then we'll do them properly. But I've yet to find anyone that really enjoys knife rounds. We take the mickey out of them a lot.
All we should say, you know, just to be a little bit more politically serious here or something.
Well, they do make a difference.
Yeah,
I mean,
they
especially
do. Especially
on a map
like
this.
Exactly.
Yeah, so, you know, it is important to win the NiP round, particularly on CT bias maps. And there is no more biased map than DE Nuke in CSGO. It used to be that Train was the most CT biased map in previous versions of Counter-Strike.
They fixed that by shifting the bomb site.
Indeed they have, and made the outer bomb site much easier, and of course the AK being a little bit stronger as well means that the T-sides now have a reasonably good chance. In fact, Train is 53.2% to be precise in favour of CT. Nuke is 60.33% after 2,427 rounds of Counter-Strike Global Offensive during the Raid Call EMS 1 Championship so far.
See, I'm kind of shifted on that whole thing. I actually prefer to cast maps that are side biased because I think it allows for more exciting play.
Yep.
I mean, yeah, great back and forth game on Inferno that ends 8-7. That's great as well, but I actually prefer to see like side biased maps, as we are seeing here. 1-for-1 kill so far. Freiburg and Weber going to go head-to-head. Weber going to get the best of that one, so he's picked up 2 kills already this round. Forrest's going to come around the back, and he's going to shut down Weber. PRB up in the rafters.
The other thing to remember, of course, is that T-side have a very big advantage on pistols. So, you know, winning pistols on a CT map like this, very, very important for NiP if they don't want to get into that rut of losing round after round after round, and especially on this type of map where the bias is so strong towards the counter-terrorists. Right now it's a 3 versus 3. Nicely poised here.
That was a sound from within.
Excuse me. Indeed it was. Release. Rips off the head of Get Right. Gets a second on Fifth Laren. And wow, look at that. PRB comes in on Forest. They'll get the defuse. And despite the lower bomb plant from the Swedes, it's Anexis that opened things up with a pistol round victory on CT. How big could that be for this game?
Well, it could be huge in the grand scheme of things. I mean, they've started on the CT side strong here, which kind of opens the floodgates for big amount of rounds in this first half. However, I guess chances are if NiP get a couple of kills this round, it opens up the doors for a third round buy-up here on Nuke. But we'll see how they decide to go with that one. We are seeing a lot of flashes and a fast rush from NiP into this upper bomb site, but PRB and MX so far have done a great job of ripping them to pieces. But here is Freiburg with his Glock. He gets himself 2, but that will be all he gets as Anexis go 2 for nothing. And there is the third round buy. Just as I said, a couple of kills, exactly what they got, they buy up.
Good predictions from Joe. Early buy is confirmed. And just wanted to see whether Anexis traded any of those FAMAS weapons. I don't think they will. I'm going to say no. I think they probably picked up one AK, did they? No, of course they wouldn't have picked up an AK. What am I talking about? Got one M4 in there. So yeah, just the one M4 and the 4 FAMAS against 5 men kitted out with AK-47s for round 3. NiP always claim they don't have any strats, they just play each round as it comes, and if you watch them and you watch the replays, you'll see that that's exactly how they play, but they do have strats. It's not like they don't have any strats at all. They do have them. And this time round it's a much more patient bit of play. 3 men waiting to the back outside. They've got Exist inside the inner part of radio room right now as PRB feels like he might just come under a bit of fire, and he would be right because Fifth Laren is trying to make his way to Volcano. In fact, all the way down Volcano right now. And I'm not sure they've seen him, but Weber's spotted one. Rattlesnake's got himself a second here as well, as Forrest has to reply back. So they have sorted out Rattlesnake, but where is Fifth Laren gone? Because he was the... he's been dropped anyway, so it doesn't even matter where he was. But he was the man that managed to get down low. Forrest has now got himself a second in the round. Weber also gets himself a second in the round, then has to reload. Actually runs out of bullets, now has to switch around. Get Right will win that battle, and we're now at a 2 versus 2. Not a very healthy 2 versus 2 if you're a Swede. And Forrest might come to a little bit of fire here. Oh, really shouldn't have won that one. Somehow Release gets bogged down inside that little room. And now it's a 2 versus 1. Wow! MX, where did the second one come from? Didn't even see him get the first one. And he'll clutch the round 2 versus 1 and get the defuse. And Anexis will rule out the early buy from the Swedes and continue winning rounds.
Yeah, and that was, I mean, granted they were both on low HP at the end, but still clutch play coming out, and that will be 3 out of 3. That's 100%, Paul. That's more than 90, but less than 110, which of course is mathematically impossible in this given situation. So we'll 100% not be seeing that.
I'm 100% sure you're right, even in a roundabout way. It's not an eco, Joe. It's your round.
Oh, it's not an eco. They've actually gone in for Galil's here. I was trying to stay quiet and give you the round, palm that one off, but called into action once again. The life of a shoutcaster, what can I say? So
overworked, underpaid.
that's about it. So can they pull off anything here? With that mix of Galils and AKs. Only one flash remaining here for Fiffler. And that automatically makes it a hard one there because they're relying on the quite simple aim of all their players. Freiburg, they're taking the head off Rattlesnake, and this is looking like it will be the first round on the board for the Ninjas in pajamas. A name which, if it wasn't so legendary, you'd probably call it one of the worst team names ever. But it is legendary, so it's actually a great team name. And it looks like they want to try and save these weapons, although Freiburg got a bit of a different idea. He might actually get shot in the side of the head here, and, well, maybe not the side of the head, but it will do. Enough for PRB to pick himself up. And M4 just looked at the minimap, which led me to believe he was running into people, which wasn't the case, because, of course, the minimap is still bugged in GoTV. And there is Exist. He's going to finish off with the AK. He got 3 that round. Freiburg got 2, and it's 3-1.
First round on the board. Every round will count as well. If they carry on that sort of ratio, they'll be quite happy. 3 for 1. As we said before, it's a very biased map towards CT. 60-40. It's almost 61-39.
I 100% love those statistics.
Yeah, I know you do. I'm just going to keep saying them until you come up with a better one than that. I don't like that 100% statistic. It's like saying I'm a 100% nerd, I already know. The 5th round underway, and as expected, Anexis short of cash this time round. Have not bought a single thing. Get right and Exist, get themselves a frag apiece. So they're just going to play this one quite calmly, not make any rash decisions, and hopefully convert the 5th round into a 3-2 deficit, as Get Right thought about throwing the Molotov. Still haven't seen a Molotov kill in Ray Call EMS 1, and we're not going to see one this round either. 3-2.
3-2. Almost level here for NiP, which, again, could have been a very different story for them in the way that this game has gone, which is kind of a story over against Alternate as well. There were some strange rounds in that game. Obviously, the pressure technically is off both of these teams in this matchup. They're definitely going to be going through to the LAN finals. They're playing for position and to figure out, who's going to be up against who. The winner of this game will play a second-place team from another group.
Look at this.
That is
I love
nice
that boost.
Sadly for them, though, no one actually there.
Might be now.
Might be now. There we go. There's the peak, and PRB's like, you what? What? Down to 1 HP after that. One more shot, and he would have been dead. Captain Obvious. But he's still alive, and now he's still got a weapon, and that's what could come back. I'm not going to say to bite them, but could still make a difference.
See, when they've got 1 point of health, that's when I suddenly think, you know what this game needs? It needs the ability to punch. I mean, he could get hit by a flashbang and that would kill him. Yeah. Which would be fun. But a punch would be even funnier. I suppose you have knife anyway, don't you? So it doesn't really matter. Forrest then with a headshot, followed up by one from Release. And Fiffler now doing a ton of damage at the bottom.
Wow.
Picks up a lovely double headshot. Exist will get the final. And we are finally tied back up again at 3-3. And Anexis, well, it's running away from them already after 6 rounds here, because on CT side, you do not want to be at 3-3 having won the pistol round and now on an eco.
Well, that's the thing. They have technically won the rounds after pistol. It was 3-0, even though it was a 3rd round bye. NiP went out on a limb and bought whatever they could in round 4, and since then, they've got 3 in a row. There's Forrest and Release actually exchanging kills, but this will be a bit of a duck shoot outside. Rattlesnake gonna peek out, but he will die very quickly from that one. PRB in the sights of Get Right as well, who couldn't quite find the shot there, and PRB gets the best of it with still 90 health remaining. It's 3-on-3. And this could be bad news for NiP. As they're having a good chat. Where are these next kills going to come in? All things quiet down. Exist going to take out PRB. And they've decided, okay, it is going to be a ramp room push. That's an easy kill onto Rattlesnake as well. And it leaves just Weber in that bottom site now.
Ninja. Called it.
Is he wearing his pajamas, though, today? Bad joke is bad. Oh, Weber is going to be shot in the face.
Oh,
Shot in the face. Basically, what they need to do right now
is win some rounds.
Is to stop, you know, this kind of area of the map being taken, and this area, and then probably fill in around here, and then around these areas as well, and then they can win the game.
It's good insight there from our pro player.
Right good at drawing flags.
And I'm sure if you're Swedish, you'll have enjoyed that one. We are into round 8, and Ninjas in Pyjamas right now leading 4-3 as Forest does get dinked. In fact, it was Freiburg who got dinked down to 15 health. There's the easy way of getting onto yellow, by the way. It's not as hard as it looks. Look. Yeah, just a little dodge across, that's all it takes. It looks so easy when the players do it like that, trust me. It takes blooming loads of practice to do it, and I've seen players on public servers asking for a boost there. You don't need one.
Yeah, I mean, the thing is, Forest just has and did have one of the best movements in the entire game. He was in 1.6. There was pretty much no one actually
and he's brought it
that
with
could
him.
Move like Forest.
He does move around the map so brilliantly. As PRB gets an absolutely stonking shot in on Freiburg in radio, and that's given them a 2-man advantage here in round 8. So they need to convert this one. 4-3 down now on the easier side of Nuke, and that flash is going to... Well, I thought it was going to flash Weber, but in the end it helped him. It doesn't make any difference, though, because Fifth Lounge has got himself the frag. Rattlesnake replies back. Release gets one as well, and the Brits will put themselves back on the board for the first time in 5 rounds. We're all tied up at 4-4.
Yeah, all tied up, but honestly, this is working in NiP's favour, obviously.
It's a huge
since it's a CT-sided map. Well, 8 rounds in, 7 to go. And NiP, if they just stay remotely close, end up at 8-7 down or 9-6 down, even, who knows, ahead at the end. And they've done more than their fair share of work here on this terrorist side of the map. How's this one going to go? Again, it's Forest up on top of yellow, which is actually more white in CSGO.
Yes.
I guess we should technically rename it.
I was thinking about that the other day.
As we get applause.
Yeah, well, that's a good time to talk about the fluff stuff. Yeah, I was thinking about it the other day with the way we name stuff. I mean, some of it's very historical. Some of it is the commentators name stuff, like we've named the stairs Volcano, for instance, and a lot of people were sort of saying, well, you know, why'd you call it Volcano? So we explained that last week. And Joe is very good at drawing flags. No, wrong.
No.
Wrong.
No.
Wrong. Oh, no, you're right. Yeah, I see what you're doing now. Yeah. Okay, you're going to run out of time, though. It's going to delete stuff. No, it's going to delete stuff. Yeah.
It does. Ah, smudged.
It's already going. You're
losing
the middle.
No.
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 Oh. Fun with drawing. They regret, I'm sure, someone in Valve right now is just sitting there going, I wish we didn't give them drawing capabilities.
Yeah.
That's not good. I didn't see Andy Gray doing that. Yeah, and it's funny, isn't it, how position names evolve. You know, there's some odd places, and it depends who you play with as well. If you mix a lot and you play with a lot of players, you pick up things from them as well. So, for instance, I've got this habit of calling the boxes on short A, just after short A, Gandalf, because it's the place where you shall not pass. So,
well, that's funny because I wonder what the bleeding
hell
you were talking about.
I think I dropped one of those.
Yeah, you did.
I
was like, you what? Where?
And then
what?
I thought afterwards, I was like, hang on, maybe nobody else calls that. Maybe only we call that Gandalf. I'm not sure. But yeah, I'm pretty sure most of the Brits called it Gandalf. But then the Americans have all got their own different versions of calling things You know, some call it heaven, for instance. Some call it top ladder. Lots of different ways of calling it, and it's quite interesting that we've just carried them all over into CSGO, whereas actually some things that we call things like yellow, for instance, aren't yellow anymore. Squeaky is not a squeaky door anymore.
Well, actually, technically, it is a little bit squeaky.
Is it?
Sadly, we can't open it up right now.
I've never heard it squeak now, though. Maybe
it's well worn these days.
Yeah, well, it falls apart if you shoot it as well.
Yeah.
I mean, that's how old that door's been there for. Years.
Yes.
Long time. Yeah, so it's interesting. Which we're just filling time, by the way. If you've got any comments or questions, drop them into the Twitch chat or message us on Twitter. Neither of us are shocked, by the way. Thank you for pointing that out. We'll fix the page. Someone from ESL will fix the code on the page so that my picture doesn't go to Shox's Twitter and Joe's doesn't go to Shox's Twitter and Kalaris's doesn't go. You get the picture anyway. So yeah. Are you two a gay couple?
No.
No.
You know what actually annoys me, though? One
What?
thing I have to say. On DE Nuke,
Yes.
there aren't any nukes left.
No, but it's a nuclear factory.
Yeah, but it's all about the nuclear missiles. 24 minutes past 8 and DE Nuke.
I don't know if you could fit a nuke in either of that top or bottom side.
Yeah, they
though.
were strapped to the ceiling like in 1.6. I'm not sure which nuclear facilities technically strap their nukes to the ceiling.
Yeah, or have them that small. I mean, if we're going to get all technical on, you know, the right kind of sized nukes. I mean,
Ceiling's
you know, are
really
we really
dirty.
having a discussion about size?
Yeah, probably are, yeah. So we've got a pause, if you didn't realise.
Yeah, that's why we're talking rubbish. So yeah, if you have a question or you want to talk about anything particularly random, drop it into the Twitch chat and we'll pick out the best ones.
Flying
Will you
around.
play CSGO with me? Yes, I will. Shall I go aggro? No, you know, the last time I had a really long pause in a game like this was about 11 years ago, and I jokingly said to the two teams, you guys are really boring the crap out of me, and it was because it was 0-0 in a CTF match, and I jokingly said, for every cap you make, I'm just going to take a shot of tequila. And I still had another map to do, which was a bit awkward, because that map finished 6-5.
I'm looking for some hidden stuff around the map. Oh, there's not any. Boring. So we're just waiting. I'm not sure what the real problem is.
Okay, I've seen a rather disturbing message in Twitch chat which didn't get deleted. Have we got any mods in there, Pansy, or are you just sitting on your hands?
I'm going to alt-tab out and delete them messages. Where
Are
am I?
you? Want a 1v1 aim?
Oh, no.
Crucify
Oh, no.
you.
Let's see what the admins are
I've
saying.
had training from Get Right. You're dead.
Freiburg's getting DDoSed apparently. So that's
Oh.
let's play I Spy.
Really?
I spy with my little eye something beginning with. No, let's not play that. It's really not cool.
Oh, okay. What's been my favourite game to cast to date? Do you mean game as in like a match, or game as in software game? I don't know what you mean. Which way around it is. Any version of CS, if you're talking about a game, or Unreal Tournament. They were my two favourite games.
How old are you both? Paul's a lot older.
I am. I'm 26. Joe's 14.
Yeah. Which is actually not a bad ratio in terms of how old we really are.
I think I should go and dig out that original photograph I have you from one of the first LANs you went to, which I think was 2004?
No.
2005.
The first LAN that I commentate.
Yeah,
or the first professional event,
2005?
let's call it. 2005.
2005.
CPL UK.
Indeed.
Yeah.
Do you think free-to-play CSGO will be good? Yes, I think it's
Will
the
it be
best.
free?
It's the best freaking thing that could ever happen to CSGO, and it's pretty much the only chance we've got
I think
of
so
making
as well.
it massive over the next few months or year.
Yeah.
Are you called Red Eye because you smoke too much weed? No, but it might be connected.
Oh.
A long time ago.
Oh.
Stay off the drugs, kids. Otherwise you'll look like me.
They're bad.
Who would win on a name map, me or Joe? Well, that's easy. I've had training from Get Right, so he'd die quickly.
Not true.
'Tis too.
Or maybe
You might school me at League of Warmogs, but you wouldn't beat me at CSGO. Too much training.
Want to be so sure.
I feel a bet coming on.
Want to be so
Half
sure.
an hour on your Twitter account. If you lose an
You're
map
allowed
to
to
me.
have it. Joe is still an uglier, less witty version of Too Good.
I agree with one half of that statement anyway.
Yeah.
This is like doing a real talk, but without JP around. What else is that? But if it goes free to play, do you not think huge issues with hackers and cheat? Yeah, I do. I do think there'll be that, but that comes with every game that gets huge. Do you think they have no hackers in League of Legends or World of Tanks or StarCraft? They have hackers too. What on earth are you playing?
It's just for you and your stats today.
Oh, really? Okay. Have I played against any pros? I play with the pros quite a lot, yeah. Statman.
Not many people know that he actually has a different track other than I'm a Scatman. And they're all the same amount of rubbish.
Oh,
he actually tries to sing in this one. It's pretty awful.
Word.
Oh, they're back.
Awesome. Saved by the AK.
Get away, Scatman. So we're back. And it's 4-4.
Awesome.
Hopefully it stays this way.
What, 4-4?
Well, no, not 4-4, but as in they're actually playing. That would be nice.
Be good. So did they say someone was getting DDoSed?
Yeah, Freiburg.
Damn it.
Hopefully he's all sorted now, though.
Can't wait until we get these teams on LAN.
Down to a 5-on-3 currently. And release going to be pushed here by Forrest. Actually gets the kill back. Freiburg may be in trouble here as well. Can PRB pick up that kill? Freiburg actually just getting out of range of him. 3 versus 2 now. Both CTs are coming into this lower bomb site. Where is the plant? Where is the plant? Apparently it's not coming because MX doing a fantastic job. The bomb finally going to get planted in that upper bomb site as MX comes through. Can he get the kill here onto Fiffler, and who must have been blind there from the other side and didn't register because he was all over the place in that one. And that's going to be Anexis going up to 5-4.
Yeah, that looked a bit odd on our screen, but I think you're right. I think he must have been flashed before we switched to him. Because otherwise that looked like me playing CS. 5-4 it is to Anexis. They retake the lead after a bit of a rough few rounds from the Brits. And boy, do they need those rounds now. An 11-4 half would still be okay. But that means they have to take the next 6 in a row, and against the world champions, it's a tall ask. It really is.
Yeah, I don't think we can really expect that to happen.
But let's see. 20 seconds into round 10. And PRB just taking a safe position. Just
RB.
Yes. Just in case he gets flashed from below. It's a common flash. It's not coming just yet though. And the auto director seems to think that this is the most interesting shot right now. They are moving outside right now. There are 4 men pushing outside. And still the auto director doesn't change.
Well, it's probably because PRB actually gets the first kill of the round. Oh, not. Finally, there we go.
So Release is now going to be waiting here. There are 3 men who have made their way down Volcano. In fact, they're trying to make their way into that lower site very quickly indeed. Get right, checking all around the back, has now been able to call that one, and they'll now know that there is no one there. There's one man outside pushed, and Weber just going to try and spot Fifth Flower from the other side. They're going to try and sandwich him on this outside. I don't think they've been able to call this lower bomb site push just yet, as Fifth Flower pops into the vents, does get the headshot on Release. Get right, then picks off Rattlesnake, who was coming down the ramp here. And now PRB on his way to rotate actually comes across Freiburg, then gets caught by Get Right down below, but it's winning the battle and wins the first one, doesn't get the second one, and Bomb is now planted in a 4 versus 2, and Anexis find themselves under pressure yet again. And Forest, wow, how easy is that? Brilliant long-range headshot from him. It's now 1v1 between him and MX, but MX is going to win that, and he's got 2 of the 4. And this is just going to be exit kills now. Freiburg will be lucky to get away from there with his life. He's only got 21 points of health as it is. And indeed, MX will hear the bomb blow. And NiP will level things back up yet again. And 5 rounds is almost 1 round too many on T-side Nuke.
Yeah, they're doing a great job here, NiP. As we said, going round for round is really what you want to do as well. Anexis this round can't afford weapons, so NiP should, I stress that, should take the lead here on this one. As they forgot to give Forrest a weapon. That'd probably help out. So, hey guys, don't forget me. Please.
Yeah, there wasn't a disconnection, was there? So, I was just thinking maybe... Oh, hello. That didn't work.
Nope.
Yeah, I don't think there was a disconnection, so they couldn't have been short of cash. So I'm quite sure what that was all about. Maybe he bought a weapon for someone else. Weird.
He only had 1900 left.
Oh,
so.
did he? Okay. It's strange, because he did get a couple of kills, didn't he? So, yeah. Fifth Laren opening things up. Ouch.
Yeah. Coordination there was too strong.
Yeah. The force was strong in these ones. It's a 5v2 right now, but MX has got himself the M4 and can do plenty of damage, but these guys are usually too coordinated to get caught out more than once in a 1v1. MX will know that bomb's going to be planted low. I'm just going to take the end of this eco round so that Joe actually gets a gun round to commentate on next time round.
Oh, was it my round? I didn't even notice.
It was, but it doesn't matter. MX should be able to get himself one here, but you can't see him lasting too much longer after that. Indeed, Freiburg pops back up. PRB, though, was there waiting. They'll trade blows 1 for 1, and then Get Right gets the last kill of the round. And Ninjas in Pajamas will move into the lead here on T-side Nuke. 6-5.
Yep, 6-5, and a good place to be in, that's for sure, on the terrorist side. Still a good few rounds to play, though. Let's see how they all turn out. Of course, this is a round now where Anexis have weapons back. Early grenade coming out, did a little bit of damage to Get Right, but not really too much to hinder the round at all. Just spraying through towards ladder. Actually did clip, who was it there? PRB, I think. Yeah, 7 HP, so really was on the slightest. And a slow start to this one. Rattlesnake going to look to come towards the outer area via the volcano stairs. And a grenade comes straight down there from Forrest. Lands right on the back of Rattlesnake. He's lost half of his HP straight away from that one. And now Weber going to be pushed. What a shot from Freiburg. That was mid-air. Actually through the box, the final bullet that gets him the kill. And a second one actually wasn't his kill that time around. It was Exist. And actually put the final rounds into the head of Weber. And now it's 5 versus 3. Not much health even being lost by NiP at this point. There is Rattlesnake though, going to get himself one. And should have probably got the second one before Fifthler got the bomb down there. He's going to get number 3 onto Exist, though, and it's now a 3 versus 1. Forest, last man left alive here on the ramp, and he's going to go down to NX. And it's going to be 6 apiece here with the defuse, all tied up again.
Yeah, and I'll tell you what, they owe all of that round to Rattlesnake's brilliance. Hat-trick from him, and the defuse as well. But without his brilliance, they were actually at a 5v3 at one point, and should never have won that round, Anexis, but Rattlesnake turned it back in their favour. Big round from the captain. And as you rightly said, it's all tied up at 6-6 again, because 7-5, and suddenly that feels really, really uncomfortable. I mean, not that, you know, it's great right now, because, well, it just isn't. That's a lovely bit of movement, and Flash will come flying down through the skylight. Exist has already burst out into the upper bomb site and has got the opening kill. Freiburg just plies his way through Rattlesnake like a steam train. Exist and Get Right come up with another 2, and before you can even say boo to a goose, 25 seconds in, Weber is the last man alive. Fantastic stuff from NiP on this T-side nuke. They're giving us an absolute masterclass of how to play a terrorist side on nuke. And nothing that Anexis can do about it right now, even though they've done very little wrong. Weber, the sole survivor of that onslaught into the bomb site, and he will now wait for exit kills and nothing more than that. And NiP will lead 7-6 on T-side nuke. Awesome.
And just a quick note, never say boo to a goose. Those things are evil. They'll bite you. I once got chased by a goose, and now I'm scared of them. Yeah, True story.
My daughter actually got chased by a swan the other weekend.
Well, swans are just as evil.
And it was almost as tall as her.
Yeah. Swans and geese, they're not animals that you mess around with.
Satan's animals.
They look so cute and fluffy and white, which is exactly what they aren't. Well, they are white, obviously, but either way, Forest getting the first kill. It's 5-on-4 again. MX, Release, and PRB all got pistols here on this one, so should be, on paper at least, an easy round for the Swedes. Only Weber, having saved that weapon the last round, is going to be able to offer anything up, and he's going to spot Forest here. Knocks him down low. Will get the kill as the flashes come in. Double flash. Here comes Fifthler, who, wow, still managed to avoid being killed there in the end. And Weber is still alive and still with 91 HP, we should add. Is he going to be able to hold on much longer? There's a smoke coming up towards the top of the ladder. Weber wondering if they're going to boost up to him, which is not what they're planning. And in fact, they're all headed downstairs, down the volcano stairs, into this lower bomb site. MX is down there with 19 health and a P250, which I don't think is going to last him too long. No, he just gets sprayed down in the end. They chase him in there. Weber going to drop through the vents, and as he does, he gets one. Nice movement, but he's not able to get any more than that, and that is 8-6. So NiP guaranteed lead from the first half. What is it, 8-7 or a 9-6?
Looks like their #1 rank is about to be converted into another #1 rank, but this time for the Raycore EMS 1 LAN finals in about 3.5 weeks from now.
Yeah.
These two already both through, of course, to that LAN final. Just 6 more spots remaining, which we'll find over the next couple of weeks. Group B is tomorrow from 7 o'clock Central European time. Do not miss Group B. I promise you it's going to be fantastic. There are 4 teams in there, and all of them have got a legitimate chance of making the LAN finals. Group C and D will follow in 2 weeks from now after the Copenhagen Games. Back with this game. The last round is playing out, and at the moment it's 1-for-1 on kills. Ninjas in Pyjamas definitely going to have the lead as Release pops the vent and picks up the first kill in that bottom bomb site on Exist. Rattlesnake also chimed in with 1. So a 4 versus 2 here for some small pickings, really. Oh, lovely placed grenade from Forrest. Had no idea that he was there either. Oh, Forrest might pick up one on Release, does so as Release runs out of bullets on his weapon. And PRB, doesn't matter, will pick up that final kill. So slim pickings for the Brits in the end. They lose the first half, 7 to 8 rounds, and they were the CTs.
Yeah, that doesn't bode well for the future, but NiP have just done it, so we can't count Anexis out, that's for sure. But a pistol round loss for them would be bad news. And yeah, we should point that out as well. I mean, they won the pistol round. They won the 2 rounds, with round 3 being an early bye. Round 4 again was a bye for NiP, and that's when they really got things rolling. But now we switch over. Anexis move to the terrorist side. Let's see what they can come up with. And they need to come up with something big this time around. Actually, Get Right and Fifth Round only got 4 kills apiece in that first round, in that first half, which is... no, that's a lie. They disconnected, so... Yeah. It doesn't quite tell the true story. Well, let's see. Early grenade coming out. Weber losing an instant 10 HP. And actually, already good amounts of damage being done here. Forrest does take a hit and actually will go down to PRB there. Through the smoke he goes, but here come Get Right and Freiburg. They get a kill apiece. One came down the steps behind, but we switch away here as Weber going to take down Exist as well. It's now 3-on-2 for the Brits. Where's the defense? Get Right is actually at the main door. He's going to pick off Release. Can he get any more? No, Weber will shut him down. And now it's all about Fifth Round. 1 versus 2. Smoke clearing in this bottom side. Bomb going to be planted anyway. Shots from Fifth Round not quite hitting the mark as the nade comes out. And Fifth Round down to 18 straight away off that one. That pretty much guarantees the pistol here for Anexis. Well, of course, in round 1, Fifth Round gonna go for it. Gonna look to clutch things off. As these shots are fired, and PRB nails him in the back. 8-all, Anexis win pistol. Promising start.
Really nice grenade as well. Really sort of tutorial grenade, if you like. The shots originally fired at the left-hand side as we looked at that bottom of ramp. And immediately that he backed away, he threw that grenade, predicting that Fifth Round would exactly go to that spot. Mark of a really good player who knows exactly what players are thinking and what they're going to do. Into round 17, second of the half, and that's how to jump across to yellow, or white as we've renamed it. Trouble is, every time I say white, I think of Mr. White, and then I start thinking of Breaking Bad, so, I don't know. All gets a bit worrying after that. So the upper bomb site was, well, it wasn't inside the bomb site, it was actually on the white container outside, which is where we are right now. Rattlesnake with the weapon in hand, MP5. He's got... was one man trying to push on down low as well here, but MX will deal with him. It was Freiburg who was motoring towards those stairs. So they don't clear it out. So I wonder if this is going to be the push for the down low. They're going to have to dispose of this man on the roof who's being a real annoyance to them as Forrest dancing all around like a cat on a tin roof back there. Finally dispose of him. MX gets rid of Get Right. Point blank range for PRB. No problem on Fifth Round. And Exist will be the last alive. And he won't get a frag either. So lots of damage, but no kills. And a clean sweep from Anexis. 9-8.
Yeah, 9-8. Looking good. They're going to be in double figures unless NiP get some awesome round off, which you can just never count them out of, can you? That's for sure. Let's see if they're able to do anything like that. Enemy drop back here towards Weber, and we'll leave it safely in lobby. Early double grenade comes down towards ramp and doesn't actually connect with anyone. NiP set up here with only pistols and try to pull something off. There's a smoke coming down on towards those volcano stairs again. Rattlesnake gonna be sniped a little bit. And lost a little bit of health, but not really too much. Release and Weber have worked their way through ramp room. Actually, there are 2 of them there. As Exist spotted by the Galil. He will swiftly back away from that. And he's going to be pushed here by MX. And actually, he's going to pick up the kill. That's going to gift him what exactly? Not really anything as far as I could see. Swapped out his Glock. Swapped out for the Glock, I should say. And that bomb is now going to be planted on the lower side. Here comes the drop down, but this should be a simple cleanup from Anexis unless something goes really bad for them. Release doing a great job. Gets himself two. Get Right going to finish him off in the end, but with Weber and Rattlesnake, I can't see Get Right managing this one, but he has got himself one. Can he find the second? And Weber doing exactly what he should be doing in this scenario, which is waiting it out, takes the head off Get Right, and that will be 10-8, double figures for Anexis.
Yeah. I thought for a second there we might have seen one of those momentous, epic clutch rounds from Mr. Clutch himself. Not to be, though. One more round before it starts to get interesting, I think. Or is it going to be this round? Does look a full buy, so yeah, okay. My bad. It is a full buy. Anexis now have a 2-round lead to protect, but they are on the more difficult side here on DE Nuke. Swiftlaren's going to lay a really nice little nade down. Actually didn't do a huge amount of damage in the end, just 10 points off of Weber and 9 off PRB in the end, so...
It's about 19.
I think you're 100% right. Old. Those never get old, do they? Freiburg opening things up with a nice shot through Squeaky.
Oh.
And look at this, Get right in the middle of the smoke, gets pulled out by MX, who obviously saw him before Get Right saw the other way round, and Weber's got himself another one up top, and now, suddenly, this game has flipped round. It was a 5v4, it's now a 4v1, and only Swiftlarin is alive here, and Rattlesnake is going to go down, actually, at the bottom of those vents. And Swiftlarin really just in gun-saving mode and exit-killing mode. Or is he going to go for this? It would be an odd decision to go for it from there. Indeed, Weber is just edging towards him, and they're also going to put some pressure on him from this far side where he picked up the first one. Does get the frag on release, and won't get a second.
It's behind you.
And indeed, it's 11-8.
11-8, 5 rounds away from the win. And they need a win in Anexis to get first position. We've already mathematically secured that decision because, well, Paul worked it out because I can't.
Maths.
I am just not a good maths person.
Not for Miller.
I can do percentages, 0 and 100. Anything else is too complicated for my brain. But this round, they do have weapons still, your NiP, just about. With 4 FAMASas and an M4. Can they come out big and get back into this game? Because 12 rounds for Anexis, that would be a turn up for the books from them. I think we just talked about how strong NiPs... Oh, that's not what you want to do. They shot each other there, yeah. I think. As Rattlesnake gets the first kill, we talked about how strong NiP's T side has been. But I tell you what, so far, Anexis are looking very, very good on the terrorist sides themselves. There's Exist finally getting the kill on towards release. Weber will bring it back, though. Exist down. Fifth just switching position. I realise we've not got auto-direct on, which is why they're moving. And we catch an interesting moment of a flash and a smoke being put through into that top side. But interesting it may not be, but it's crucial in the push here for Anexis, as they are going to get that bomb planted. And they've only got Swiftlarin to take down. Let's get on board with him, see what he can pull off. And as I say that, Weber shuts him down, 12-8.
Interesting. Maybe someone came in during the night from Valve and changed Nuke around to becoming a T-map. Certainly working out nicely for Anexis at the moment. They now have a 4-round lead, and we didn't think we'd be saying that at the end of the first half. NiP yet to score anything this time round, and they have the easier of the two sides to defend. Forest opening things up. PRB replying back on Swiftlarin and getting the frag. In fact, Forest is down to 19 as Release picks up another one on Exist, and They got an advantage here. Well, I say that. Release has only got 2 points of health, and Forest has only got 19. So it's more like a 2 versus 2, and a 3 versus 2, as they have another exchange of frags between the two of them. There's another one on the upper bomb side. MX will win that one, and they're now at 3 versus 1. Get Right's got to go huge here. Picks up the first one, gets the second one. 3 in a row from Get Right. They're all headshots. It's all sexy Counter-Strike. It's Get Right yet again.
Yeah, and that's what you've got to always count on coming out of NiP. 1 versus 3. You think you've got the round in the bag. You take your foot off the pedal for just a minute. And Get Right will make you suffer as we get a pause. Yes.
Another pause? Really? Another one?
Gonna have a look what the admins have got to say about this one. Let's ask the admin, see what they got to say. How did he do that? Yeah, basically, that's because he's Get Right. What you gonna do? He is sick.
He is.
That's it. That's just exactly what it is. He is just very, very good. High ping. So we got to pause. It's Release who's actually having problems with the internet this time around.
Joy.
Which hopefully will get fixed here. In not so much time. Oh, 10 past 11 here. It's still pretty early, actually.
It's earlier than we've been in some of these before. It can't be 10 past 11, right?
Oh, it is.
How is it only 11? How is that possible? 8, 9. Oh, yeah. Yeah, bad maths. I can obviously do maths. I can't do time.
Well.
So what are you doing tomorrow?
Hang on a minute. Oh, we're casting Group B. That's what we're doing here. 7 p.m. Central European Time. And, yeah, it's going to be Group B. We've already said it. A good amount of teams. Well, a good amount of teams. There's 4 like in every group. But some great teams in there with LDLC, Kick, ESC, and Absolute Legends lining up for Group B. That'll be starting at 7 p.m. Just want to keep an eye on the game to make sure.
Yeah, you do that. I also truly believe as well that any of those 4 teams can go through. I know Absolute Legends haven't had the greatest of raid call seasons.
True that.
But we've seen flashes, and we've certainly seen flashes from Kick. Made one of the semi-finals in Cup 3, of course, going out to Fnatic. So, yeah, I think any of those on their day are good enough to make it through into the LAN finals. So it'll be very interesting tomorrow night. Group B is my personal group of death. You always have to have one, right?
Yeah. Well, I think you're right on that as well. That group it really can go any which way.
The weird thing as well is Group C and Group D. In theory, if you look at them and the way that they're put up, they have Game Died in one group and they have Dot Pixels in the other group, which you'd have to say were probably the weakest 2 teams that are left in those 2 groups. So it's probably like pick any 2 from 3. Oh look, we've got the slideys on. They're all on hoverboards from 2072.
Counter-Strike 5.
109.
Or not. So, 12-9 is the score here for Anexis currently. And again, NiP, they don't have much cash at all, to be honest with you. There's FAMAS's in there. Got an AK with Fiffler and Get Right got an M4. Forest got an M4, so it's not all bad in the grand scale of things. Oops, wrong button. Wow.
What?
Sticky keys.
Wow. Really? Okay.
Oops. I was trying to get auto direct on.
Right.
Son of a bee. So that leaves us now after Sticky Keys rudely interrupts the show.
Good old Sticky Keys.
I hate
Thanks,
Sticky
MS.
Keys. Worst invention ever. As NiP, what's even going on? I don't even know what's going on in this round. Release. He's the last man left alive. He's got the bomb down, and he is down by Fiffler. And that will be 12-10 coming in here. As you can see, a very much surrendered position there is Release. And here we go. Do not use CMD pause. The admin's coming in. The brutal fist of the admins. 12-10.
Yeah.
Still anyone's game.
Yes, and I guess the yellow cards might be coming out next as well. That's how brutal they are. Not standing for any mess on here, you know. And 2 rounds of difference now. We played 22. We're in a 23. We will only play 30, a maximum of 30. And Ninjas in Pyjamas tonight, I mean, we didn't see them against Team XMG, which they won 16-2, which sounds a bit of a rollover. But they struggled a little bit against Alternate. And boy, are they being given a tough game by the Brits here. 12-10. It seems like every time these two meet, whether it's on LAN, when they were mouse sports, or whether it was earlier on in the season online, when they were the overrated individuals, or this evening, and they're new guys of Anexis eSport, these two always have very close games. Often referred to as one of the teams that might just beat Ninjas in Pyjamas on LAN. Remember, they've never lost a single game at a LAN tournament in, what are we now, 9 months into the game?
Wait, that's not true, right? Because they lost the qualifier for...
That was online.
Was it online?
It was online.
Okay, then
In the
no.
Thor Open.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah. But never on LAN have they lost a match. And trying not to lose this one. They will slice through to reduce the gap to a single round. 12-11. They are on the easier side on CT, so I think, Joe, it'd have to be fair to say you'd fancy him right now.
Yeah, and this is going to be an Anexis eco by the looks of things as well. So we should be all tied up by the end of it. But we've seen stranger things. An eco between two, I'd say, very evenly matched teams.
Yes,
certainly at this period.
Yeah.
Both doing very well on the terrorist side, of course. Current score in the second half is 5-3. It was 8-7 to NiP on the terrorist side in the first half. And it's still a bit of work to do from both sides to sew up the victory.
Love the fact that PRB just had his aim right over his teammate's head then, was just dodging backwards and forwards.
Oh, it clicked accidentally, you
Yeah.
did. Sorry. So May goes out and tickles PRB.
He's lost a toenail.
Which can be a lot more painful than 8 HP, I can tell you. And the next is going to go... I was going to say thundering into the bomb site, but it wasn't really thunder. It was more of a... Well, I don't know what I'm going with that one, but it's 12-all.
Well, you know what they say. Thunder only happens when it's raining.
And players only love you when they're playing.
They do.
So there you go. They all love us.
Anyone that doesn't love Fleetwood Mac won't get the reference that Joe and I just put together. But it was sweet as. 12-all. 24 down. 5 more after this round to play. And both teams looking for just 4 rounds to guarantee top spot in Group A of the Raycall EMS 1. As Release hops, skips and jumps his way through to Volcano. And I'm not even sure they spotted him going through there either. In fact, look at this. They've managed to get 3 down there. And so far, nothing doing from that bottom now. Get Right spotted 1. He's now going to try and make his way across. He's well-sided, actually, and Rattlesnake will pick him up and pick him off. And we're 4v4. 55 seconds remaining. Fifth Laren waits just above ramp. PRB's the man across the other side right now as MX and Rattlesnake try and manoeuvre outside. They've got one on the Volcano stairs. Rattlesnake disposes of Freiberg, so it gives him another man advantage. Exist equals it back up, gets another double, gets a triple. That's fantastic from Exist. And now MX is the last man standing, and from a 4v3, Anexis now find themselves in a 2 versus 1. MX gets dropped by Fifth Laren, and the tide is turning, and the colour is blue and yellow.
And that is 3 rounds here. I think it's fitting if this game ended in a draw, to be honest with you. That's how close things have been throughout it all. And PRB actually going to have only a Galil this round. Double flash grenade brought out as well, so we'll see how he goes with that one. They're fighting to bring us back to 13 apiece. There's a grenade thrown out from Freiberg, and actually done good damage there to MX. He's down to just 61 health. after just 20 seconds or so of the round. Where are the openings going to come from? There is the first kill. Freiburg goes down in Volcano. And they're going to push through in towards that lower bomb site. What defense can NiP put up from this one? Doors opened. Nobody available for the taking there as MX going to take out Get Right outside. They'd not really factored everything into that one as Weber may get caught out here by Exist, and he will get shot from underneath. And there's another good grenade going to come out from Rattlesnake. Forest down to 58. Bomb planted in the lower site. 4 on 3 now as the nade's thrown in by Forest. Bit of damage done. BRB down to 69. Here comes MX around the back. Oh, he's sprayed it, but did find his target. I thought Forrest was about to get away from him there. Fifth through and turns around. He's going to die to MX as well. It's now all on Exist, who, to be honest, shouldn't be able to win this round. In fact, he's going to go towards the outside, going to cover the Volcano steps for anyone coming in. Will take down Release, but that should be all she wrote. And Exist backs away. And we'll be able to save this M4. Surprise, surprise, we're all tied up again.
A great way to end the night.
Auto sniper for Get Right.
Great way to end the group stage as well. Has he really bought an auto? He has as well. I've seen him do this before though, and do you know what? This could be really nasty. If he gets that first pick on here, and they go outside, oh my goodness. Oh no. Really? Well, they've peeked it and they now know that he's there with the sniper. I don't think they'll know that it's an auto. Actually, that's slightly awkward.
Yeah, but Forrest bought an AWP as well, so no problem.
Whatever. You just knock him down a little bit, I'll finish him off. And he's now going to go and cover ramp with auto sniper. I almost feel like Get Right's turned into someone from France.
And there's his first. Oh.
And a grenade on top of that. And that's 3 men he's done damage to, 2 kills he's picked up. This might be another one. It does. It's a masterclass in using the auto sniper from Mr. Christopher Allison, aka Get Right. Exist will pick up the final kill of the round. It's a triple from Get Right. And Ninjas in Pyjamas move to 14. They now know just one more round will guarantee them top spot in Group A.
Yeah, and after that, doesn't really matter what they do. No. Which, you know, I'm sure they'll want to win and go 3-0 in the groups anyway. You see that this round, not exactly rich at this point in Anexis.
Oh dear. And I don't think they've worked out the maths either, so yeah, because otherwise they would have bought everything they could buy, surely. But maybe they're still looking at the fact that they can draw the game. But it's not going to make any difference to them, so odd decision.
Yeah. They need this round. Which, on paper, at least.
Get right. That's ridiculous.
Well, I remember when we cast the first real game of CSGO ever. That was the America versus Europe at Intel Extreme Masters at Comic-Con in New York. Oh my god, what are they doing? And it was all about the auto snipers then. To be honest, it is a really strong weapon.
It is a really good weapon. It was in Source, actually, but very underused. I saw the French using it a lot as an auto sniper and in Source. But yeah, that was PRB getting upset with MX because they'd missed the boost across the yellow. So he decided to slash him across the chest, which lost his teammate 16 points out. A little bit of frustration, I guess, as they are starting to run out of time here. And Forrest, look, oh, it's Forrest of old, the guy that used to AWP. Yeah, he's still pretty handy with it. And Get Right just finishing off MX. He will get finally picked off by Release, but it's not going to make any difference. The minimum they can get now is a draw, which guarantees that Ninjas in Pyjamas will win Group A.
Unless you've done the maths wrong.
I've not done the maths wrong.
There's 5 guys who say you have.
Definitely not done the maths wrong.
4 guys, because Rattlesnake bought up that round.
Yeah. He was like, come on, guys, we need to win this round.
Oh,
they were like, no, you're wrong. Red Ice math sucks. But no, it is right. 16-9, Anexis won against XMG. 16-7 against Alternate, so they have 16 rounds against them. whereas NiP won 16-13 and 16-2, so they have 15 rounds against them. Therefore, they have a better difference by 1, which means they will finish top of the group. Red Eyes Super Maths strike again. Not going to make any difference because at the moment it looks like NiP are going to win this round anyway. They're 4v3 right now with 55 seconds remaining, and the pressure all on the Brits right now to plant the bomb. They might pick up one here. In fact, they do. Nice positioning from PRB. So we're at 3v3, Joe.
3v3. Fifth controlling this ramp room. Only 38 seconds to go, so they've got to make a move here at some point. Get right, actually, he's going to get shut down there just behind the vent. Freiburg just waiting. Are they going to come down or are they going to plant up? They're going to plant up as they both go up together. That was a nice move coming out of Freiburg and Fiffler. But can they pull the same trick twice? You wouldn't expect that they'd fall for that. But you never quite know, do you? As here comes Fiffler through the main entry. Can he get PRB, who backs away from that one? Freiburg going to take a bit of damage as he comes through. It's now down to a one-on-one. It's PRB versus Fiffler. PRB pretty much giving his position away there. As Fiffler going to come around, gets clipped down to just 15 health. No, it was a flash that comes out there, and he's protecting the bomb. Will protect it long enough. 15-14, all down to the final round, but still doesn't matter because NiP are secured in that top spot.
Yep. So Anexis' choice to sort of partially save, well, 4 men saved in that previous round, which effectively gave NiP their 15th round, has cost them top spot. But then I suppose you could argue if they'd bought up and lost the round, well, they would have lost the whole game anyway. But this for some pride. They do need this for the draw. Here comes the set smoke by PRB. Oh, not quite yet. In fact, not yet at all, actually. And never. So not going for the set smoke this time round. Joe can show you, actually, what they're trying to aim at. When they stand on that pipe, what they're trying to do is they're actually trying to pop the smokes and the flashes through those little skylights that you can see there, and they land inside. Now, the really good smokes land at the top of heaven. That's actually a poor one in comparison to what we saw earlier. But the really, really good ones land right at the top of the ladder and stop them covering that upper bomb site. So it can be done. Smokes play such a vital role in the pro game, far more so than they do when you're playing online. Double from Forest has given them a 5v2 here. It's all down to Release and Rattlesnake. It's RR against 5 ninjas without pajamas, but with AKs and M4s.
So they've got guns, but they're naked?
No. In fact, that's just Release, who is the last man alive, and he'll be disposed of by Freiburg. The GGs are exchanged, and Anexis have put up a fantastic fight in the end, but do go down 16-14. Our group winners are confirmed as Ninjas in Pyjamas, and Nexus will join them in the LAN finals, though, and I think on the balance of this evening, that's probably about right.
So, just a quick score update, not that it really matters, but still, Alternate beat my XMG 16 rounds.
They're my XMG, aren't they?
To 3.
They're my XMG, not yours.
I see what you did there. Brilliant.
Yeah.
So,
really.
I just wanted to check the
what was that, 16-3?
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
Paul.
Yeah.
I lied to you.
What?
Anexis beat Alternate 16-7.
Really?
Yeah.
Are you kidding?
Wait, we watched that game.
What?
Anexis Alternate 16-7.
Yeah, that's what
we
I
watched that game.
Yeah, Anexis XMG 16-9, you told me.
Well, I might have lied.
Yeah, if you lied, then basically...
Yeah,
Anexis...
it was 16-7.
Oh, you idiot!
Said it wrong.
Idiot. So that's why Red Eye's Super Maths failed us that time round, because actually it was Mr. Miller's Maths. All he had to do was give me a score.
Well, NiP won the game anyway, so
yeah,
it didn't
they did,
matter.
so it didn't matter in the end. Luckily, otherwise...
We just sounded ridiculous
really,
trying to
really
figure
bad,
that
yeah.
out at the end. But it still stands. NiP, of course, first. Anexis in second. And I didn't actually get an answer about who plays who in the quarterfinals.
Maybe the administrative team at the Electronic Sports League could let us know.
I'm just asking him to see if I can...
I mean, usually it is like winner of A plays B2.
Yeah.
And so on and so on, so forth. So yeah, we'll have to wait and see. We hope you've enjoyed the coverage this evening.
I hope so too.
Has been
it's a bit slow at times.
Yeah, it has been a bit you know, jaded in places with all the pauses and what have you. We hope that hasn't spoiled it for you. And we will be back tomorrow night at 7 o'clock Central European time with the Group of Death. It's Group B tomorrow. I can't wait. It's going to be an awesome evening because all 4 teams, legitimately, all 4 teams have a real shot at going through.
And just getting clarification as well from the admins, it's done random. So it's first versus second, they're all put into a pot. And obviously, first from Group A can't play second from Group A when it gets through to the
Yes,
playoffs.
In theory, if it's properly seeded like that, the 2 teams who have played in the group stage, Anexis and NiP, can't actually meet again until the grand final. That's the way it should work.
That's true as well. So, guys, as I said, thank you very much for joining us. Don't forget to follow us on Twitter at Joe_Miller, at Paul Chelona, and also to follow the Twitch channel because when we cast any Counter-Strike here on ESL TV, it's always on this Twitch channel. So make sure you follow it. You'll get a notification every time we come on air. But that's it from us. Have a great evening. We'll see you tomorrow, 7 p.m, an hour earlier than today. Be there or be stupid.